You could say that it's a universal truth that kids love robots and dinosaurs. After all, kids have been playing with robot toys as early as the 1930s, and as for dinosaurs, well, let's just put it this way, they've been around a little bit longer. Today, I can't walk down a kid's clothing aisle without, 1, getting dodgy looks from people, and 2, noticing that dinosaurs and robots adorn almost all non-licensed pieces of clothing. So, it makes sense that if you could find a way to combine the two, well, that's a recipe for printing money. And that's exactly what Takara and Hasbro have been doing since the early 1980s, when the Dinobots first landed on store shelves. The team have quickly become fan favourites, and their legacy endures even today. But we're not going to be looking at the Dinobots as a whole. Instead, today we're going to be focusing on one in particular, the leader of this dangerous group, the crown-wearing king himself, as we present to you 25 facts about Grimlock. But before we begin, please like this video, subscribe and leave a comment as we say, welcome to the nation. So let's start off with an easy one here. Grimlock's Japanese ID number is 26. The original Grimlock toy was part of the Diaclone Dinosaur Robo series. Grimlock made his first debut on television on the 27th of October 1984 with the episode SOS Dinobot, but it would be several months until the 18th of June 1985 with issue 8 of Marvel US, where Grimlock would make his comic book debut. Donald F. Glutt, who was the writer responsible for the episode SOS Dinobot, is a massive fan of dinosaurs in real life. So you would assume that he would be over the moon getting to write a giant mechanical dinosaur? Well, not quite. To quote the man himself, I was never a fan of any of the characters. End quote. Yikes. Grimlock's first voice actor was Greg Berger, the same voice actor behind Long Haul and Skyfire. He's also a really, really nice guy, but you probably already know that.
We met earlier this week as returning friends and strangers. I can easily say now it's friends, 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 friends.
The fact that he is such a nice guy probably explains why he's constantly being invited back to play the character. Greg last performed the voice of Grimlock as recently as 2018's Power of the Primes trilogy. The less said about that, the better. And finally, as a third fact about Greg's role as Grimlock, he's voiced the character in every game or animation series that he's been involved in, with one exception. The 2015 Robots in Disguise series, where Grimlock was played by Walking Dead actor Kerry Payton. Grimlock is the only Dinobot from the original 5 whose name doesn't start with the letter S. Now, yes, I know there's been plenty of extra Dinobots added throughout the years, but let's be honest, they don't count. Grimlock's last episode in the Generation 1 cartoon was Call of the Primitives, where he basically saved the universe, so there really wasn't much else to do with the character after that.
Grimlock saved universe! Oh, Grimlock hero!
Stop it, you stupid!
TFNation will return after these messages.
And here we see Patrina. She has no friends. Profound sadness. But luckily, she has TFN merch. And now, she's the coolest cat around. Check out our website at morethanmerch.com today.
To help us in our never-ending battle against the evil Decepticons, we create the incredible Dinobots.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Dinobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers.
The Decepticons are attacking! Dinobots, get them!
The Transformers, sold separately from Hasbro.
Now return to TFNation.
There was a Kmart exclusive release of Pretender Grimlock, without his Pretender shell. And this came out the exact same year as the original Pretender release. I mean, why? In the alternators and Binaltech line, Grimlock transforms into a Ford Mustang GT. From issues 75 to issues 182, Grimlock was the host of the Transformers letters pages, under the title Grimgrams. In 2009, IGN voted Grimlock as their 5th favourite Generation 1 Transformer. Grimlock's motto is,
Among the winners, there is no room for the weak.
Rather articulate, if you ask me.
Especially for him.
In the Beast Wars era, Grimlock no longer took the form of a T-Rex, but a Megaraptor. And yes, those were actually a thing. I spent at least 3 seconds on Wikipedia finding that out.
Clever girl.
Jenny learnt the word stubby from an unforgettable run-in with Grimlock.
Do the voice. Do the voice!
If you insist.
There is an original Generation 1 toy on display in the Natural History Museum in London. An exclusive for HasCon 2017 means that Grimlock is now a part of Magic the Gathering. Grimlock is one of only 4 characters in the original Generation 1 toy line to have an original toy, a Pretender toy, and an Action Master. So he was doing something right. Speaking of his Action Master toy, his anti-tank cannon from that year's figure has a target range of 50 miles. That seems a little excessive, right? The 2005 Energon Grimlock toy was originally intended to be part of the Universe toy line as an updated version of Generation 1 Grimlock, but it was changed during development, so he doesn't count. So as a result of that change, the longest period Generation 1 Grimlock has ever gone without a transforming toy is 7 years, between 1997's Deluxe Class Beast Wars Grimlock and 2005's Alternators Grimlock. Naturally, again, this doesn't account for the aforementioned Energon Grimlock or RID 2001's Grimlock. Look, you've just got to keep those trademarks legal, kids. Grimlock's original toy was last released as part of the G2 line in 1993. So it would be 13 years before Grimlock would get a new transforming T-Rex toy as part of the Classics line in 2006. Again, not counting Energon, no one counts Energon. Let's forget Energon. And finally, despite his popularity, Grimlock's first appearance in video games was not until the 2003 PS2 video game, The Transformers, which was exclusive to Japan, where Grimlock was nothing more than a generic opponent for the Decepticons to battle. And so there you have it. There's 25 facts that you might not know about the original Generation 1 Grimlock. If you know any more, let us hear them down in the comments below, because I'm sure with a character like Grimlock, we could at least make part 2, part 3, part 4. There's plenty of other facts out there about Grimlock. In the meantime, we want to thank everyone for their support. Please give a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow the links down below to our Facebook and Twitter page, where you can keep all up to date with everything that's going on from TF Nation. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.